This is an apology. First of all, I'd like to apologize to wrestling. To wrestlers, yes. And wrestling coaches. And wrestling fans. However many of you actually exist. But mostly, I'd like to apologize to the sport of wrestling. Very few people really understand it. How it's scored. How it's seeded.
It's true.
What's the difference between a meet, a match, and a duel? How many points do you get for a takedown, a counter, or a pin?
It doesn't. I know.
I only kind of know, but I should know better. Our high school wrestlers deserve better. While we on this podcast spend hours on end discussing the finer points of basketball, football, baseball, softball, volleyball, track and field, and even soccer, wrestling seems to get lost in the shuffle.
Like a deck.
I'm sorry, wrestling. I tried to go out and get some information from local experts and coaches last week. They gave me all the info I would need so you guys could get the recognition you deserve.
It's true.
And I bungled it.
Bungalow.
I couldn't explain what the league dual meet was, and I created great confusion by saying sub-district instead of sub-regionals.
It's true.
People who know wrestling undoubtedly listened to last week's podcast and screamed into their speaker about how wrong I was.
Terribly.
About basically everything. Except that Montesano always has a very competitive wrestling team. That part was right. And you can only get that kind of hard-hitting analysis right here on The Scrimmage, which is brought to you by Ole Penn Real Estate and the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz. Wrestling, you deserve better.
It's true.
Wrestlers, you deserve better.
Yeah.
Wrestling coaches, you deserve a podcast host who knows the difference between districts and regionals, which is a distinction used across all sports in high school. Wrestling fans, who am I kidding? You're just a bunch of parents of kids who wrestle. But you deserve better too. So I formally, publicly apologize. And I commit to being better. With that said, I also apologize for not having any wrestling in today's local sports roundup. So now let's get it going with this week's local sports roundup.
Oh, no.
Montesano's girls basketball team completed an undefeated regular season on Friday with a 65-31 victory at Hoquiam.